The city of Philadelphia was on fire early in Week 12, and for a moment, it felt like the Eagles were untouchable. On the road against the Cowboys, the Eagles came out swinging, a team under pressure, under scrutiny, and with every critic watching, and yet they stormed ahead. 21 unanswered points. Jalen Hurts was dazzling, A.J. Brown unstoppable. Philadelphia's offense looked like a machine, precise and powerful, and the Eagles' defense made the early turnovers count. Everything was perfect, until it wasn't. And then, in the blink of an eye, the magic evaporated. What started as dominance turned into chaos. The Eagles gave up 24 straight points. Every fan's stomach dropped with each play, as one of the most gut-wrenching collapses in recent memory unfolded. A lead that felt safe, 21-0, crumbled. This was the biggest blown lead for Philadelphia in over 25 years. A quarter century. The Cowboys didn't just win, they exposed every flaw. Nearly 500 yards of offense. Big plays that cut through the Eagles' defense like a knife. Adjustments that left Philadelphia chasing shadows. Meanwhile, penalties, self-inflicted mistakes, and turnovers piled up like bricks on their backs. In the fourth quarter alone, 2 fumbles and a missed field goal crushed any chance of redemption. Xavier Gibson's punt fumble. Saquon Barkley's forced fumble. Every mistake a dagger. It's hard to watch. The Eagles had been flying high, capitalizing on Dallas' early miscues. Their first drive? A perfect march down the field, Hurts and Brown connecting repeatedly. Fourth down stop followed by touchdown. Another touchdown shortly after, Hurts bulldozing into the end zone, Smitty making impossible catches, the crowd roaring. They were unstoppable. They were untouchable. But then, the turning points hit. A dropped interception. A 50-yard bomb from Dak Prescott to C.D. Lamb. A missed 51-yard field goal. 5 straight drives without a point. The second half vanished into a nightmare. Big plays continued to hammer the Eagles. Injuries to the secondary added insult to injury, leaving the team vulnerable as they now turned to a crucial matchup against the Bears on Black Friday. This isn't just a loss. This is a gut punch, a wake-up call, a test of character. For Nick Sirianni, for Jalen Hurts, for every player in green and white, the Eagles' identity is on trial. Can they rebound, or will this collapse define their season? The scoreboard told one story at halftime: the Eagles were in control, up 21-0, and the season felt theirs to lose. Philadelphia sat at 8-3, Dallas at 5-5, and the NFC playoff picture was crystal clear. A win here would have cemented their path to the top seed, a ticket to dominance in the NFC. Everything was in reach. And yet, by the final whistle, the Eagles had done the unthinkable: they handed this game away. The first half was electric. Jalen Hurts and A.J. Brown connected like old friends, the passing game humming, the crowd, 40% of AT&T Stadium dressed in green and white, roaring with every play. The Eagles looked like a team reborn, disciplined, powerful, untouchable. But then the second half hit like a thunderclap. The offense froze. The magic vanished. Penalties became the enemy. 14 flags, 96 yards surrendered, turning short, manageable situations into long, frustrating drives. Missed opportunities piled up, turnovers, a critical fumble, and Jake Elliott's missed field goal that could have extended the lead to 24 and changed everything. Every mistake bled momentum, sapped energy, and robbed the Eagles of control. Even the defense, heroic in its effort, could only do so much. The Cowboys were relentless, a high-octane force that wouldn't be contained. Philadelphia's defense held to 24 points, forced 2 turnovers, and still, it wasn't enough. This was not a defensive failure, it was the offense that folded under pressure, that let the game slip through its fingers when it had every chance to seal it. The numbers tell the story in cold, brutal detail: 473 total yards allowed, 348 through the air at nearly 10 yards per attempt, 125 on the ground. Third downs were a coin toss. And penalties? Nearly 100 yards gifted to the Cowboys, turning easy situations into long-yardage nightmares, killing drives before they could breathe. Even one critical penalty erased a beautiful 28-yard connection from Hurts to Devontae Smith, pushing the Eagles back and turning hope into frustration. This was a collapse of execution, a choke in front of their fans, and a stark reminder, in the NFL, talent isn't enough. Discipline, focus, and poise win games. And for the Eagles, on this day, all of it fell apart. The first half had been electrifying. Jalen Hurts connecting deep with A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith making acrobatic catches, the Eagles' offense humming like a well-oiled machine. Hurts finished with 27 completions on 39 attempts, 289 yards, 3 touchdowns, and a quarterback rating of 99.2. A.J. Brown racked up 110 yards, Devontae Smith added 89. By every measure, the quarterback and his stars had performed at an elite level. And yet, it wasn't enough. As the second half began, everything unraveled. A procedural penalty here, another penalty wiping out a big gain there. Opportunities vanished like sand slipping through fingers. The Eagles went cold, completely shut out for the final 41 minutes of the game. Every big play they had executed in the first half was nullified by mistakes, and the magic that once carried them evaporated. The offense had taken its foot off the gas. Conservatism replaced creativity. Instead of continuing to dominate, the team relied on their defense to bail them out, a defense that had already given its all. But football is a team game, and today, the Eagles' offense folded when it mattered most. And it wasn't just execution, it was structure. Penalties piled up, 14 flags for 96 yards, turning promising situations into long-yardage struggles. The interior offensive line failed to create running lanes for Saquon Barkley. Landon Dickerson and Cam Jurgens, both hampered by injuries all season, couldn't anchor the line. Tyler Steam and Fred Johnson both hurt drives with miscues. Every gap left unguarded, every penalty, every missed opportunity compounded the collapse. This loss was not a fluke. It was a self-inflicted disaster, a perfect storm of sloppy, undisciplined, and unimaginative football. The coaching staff, too, must shoulder the blame. Allowing procedural penalties, failing to maintain momentum, and letting the offense grow stale after building a 21-point lead is inexcusable at this level. Championship teams do not fold under pressure like this. By the final whistle, the Eagles were left to watch a game they should have dominated slip away. 24 unanswered points allowed. A division lead threatened. Playoff positioning damaged. And the Cowboys? Suddenly confident, fueled by back-to-back wins, and believing they could do real damage in the NFC East. For fans, analysts, and the players themselves, there is one word to describe this collapse: pathetic. 2 words: choke job. The Eagles had it all in the first half, and threw it away.